Hi, Richard Brook, acupuncturist and yoga teacher here, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about working from home and also a little bit about the effect of being on a computer or being on a laptop, because so many of us are so immersed in that kind of world nowadays, so it's quite pertinent. I get a lot of my patients as well who are coming to see me, and it's a common complaint really that's leading to lots of little kind of complications, so we need to look at ways of managing this. So the first thing is, when you're on a computer or a laptop, it actually changes your brainwave patterns slightly and you feel kind of hooked in there, and sometimes it happens quite quickly, so maybe even sometimes within 10 or 15 minutes of being on your laptop, you kind of go into a slightly entranced state where you no longer become aware quite as lucidly of the sensations of your own body. So you kind of get this thing going on where you kind of get lost in it. And you might be hungry, you might be tired, you might be thirsty, but yet you don't really notice because you're so kind of immersed in, kind of in the effects really of being on the laptop. So if you watch really closely, you'll see this happening. So if you haven't been on it for a little while, and then you go on your laptop, you just notice for the first few minutes, you can stay fairly conscious and sentient of your own body. Then after a while, you kind of get lost in it. So there's some important things to remember. So if you're working from home, when you get up in the morning, you need to make sure that before you go on your laptop, there's certain things you need to do. You need to put certain anchors in place about eating and drinking, and also late at night as well, because the effects of being on it stays with you when you lie down to go to sleep, and it makes it more difficult to sleep. So also, when we work from home or inside a building, there's certain spectral rays of light that need to hit our retina for your body to recognise that it's daytime. So when you get up in the morning, you need to either go outside into your garden, out onto the street, or open your windows and let some light hit your eyes for your body to recognise it's actually daytime. And this is even more important now as we're moving into winter, or moving towards winter, because there's a chance that your body won't even recognise that it's day. There's also certain organs of the body which require movement, so getting up and sitting straight back down and doing work, isn't ideal really for your body. So if you need to get up, go outside, you need to do some kind of movement. If things are really, really awkward for you, even think about getting a tram pet that you can have in your apartment. But even better, go out for a walk first thing in the morning, have your breakfast, go out for a walk. Make sure you stop at lunchtime. So as a human being, taking things out to a very broad perspective, you might be under a lot of stress of work, but you deserve to stop and have your lunch. It's crazy to think that we've got in such a compressed situation. As a human being, you don't get time to eat your food properly. So make sure you stop and eat your lunch. Now, something else that happens as well is computers tend to positively ionize the atmosphere. So in the air you get all these little ion particles, and I've done another blog that you'll be able to find. It's entitled Negative Ions and Nature, and it explains a bit that negative ions are actually healthy ions that are in the air, particularly in natural environments. But in particular environments, such as in a room with a lot of electrical equipment, or a toxic or polluted environment, the ion particles become positively charged, which are unhealthy. So your computer kind of emits this electromagnetic energy, which isn't very good for you. And a way to neutralise that, you can have some plants in your space. And you can also, a good little trick is to get a little water spray gun, because when you break the surface tension of water, it creates negative ions. It's a bit why it feels much better after the rain has come down, or you go out under a waterfall or something like that. You get these really negative ion rich environments that are very healthy for you. So you can spray a little bit of water around your environment. You can get a little water fountain there, fantastic. You can even put also some essential oils in it, and it'll circulate that around your environment while you're sitting there too. So just to summarise, make sure in the mornings that you're not getting straight up and sitting straight down again, like behind your laptop, because when you're in there and you're locked in there, you won't feel the sensations of your body properly. So make sure you're getting outside, you're getting light on your eyes, and you're doing some kind of movement. Make sure you're stopping and eating, and drinking and doing some of the fundamental things you need to do as a human being. And a good thing to do is to set a little alarm, maybe a little reminder to make sure that you do that, and just remember it's your right as a human being to do that too. And is there anything else? Yeah, and just be careful with it really, you know, we don't want to spend too much time kind of just locked into that kind of you know, that kind of reality generally. You know, it becomes very undernourishing for us when we're not having contact with, you know, other people. And sometimes as much about the effects of being on the computer itself, it can also be about what you're missing out on by being locked into it for so much time. So yeah, there you go. Enjoy, and come and see me sometime. Thanks.